So to wrap it up for us and to give us the talk about the final document and talk about the project, do we have Asa Nielsen? Asa, are you there?
I'm here, yes.
Okay, yeah. All right, please take it away.
Good, thank you. I just share my screen. Let me see if... Oh, just a second.
There we go. We see you now.
Oh, I'm not very used to use Zoom. We use other platforms, so I just need to open some systems. Well, Miriam, could you please?
Yeah, I can share the presentation for you if that
helps. Because it's I need to do things before I'm able to present it. So is it possible for you to see the presentation now?
We do. We see a full screen presentation.
I'll do it briefly because it's just, I think you have been talking about this mysterious challenge playbook. It's a summary of all the results that we have been working on in this project. So I'll just show you some screenshots from the book and very briefly introduce you to what it includes and contains. So please, the next slide, Miriam. Yes, and now I think, perhaps not all of you, but you have probably heard Knapp mentioned during the different sessions. I was in the sprint session a few minutes ago, and Knapp was on almost all of the images there. So those of you who took part there, they definitely know who he is. But if there are a few of you who have been left out on this part, he's the inventor of the design sprint method or process. And that's what he's known for. He's also known for other things, but he's really a cool guy. I just been in contact with him on mail, and he actually wrote a specific foreword for this challenge playbook. And I will not reveal to you what he wrote, because I really hope that you download the playbook and you can read for yourself what he says. So this is a small appetizer. Next slide, please, Miriam. And this is a brief introduction to what this challenge playbook includes or contains. Well, we don't need too many words here because the book is full of words, but it's also full of good information and practical hands-on how to do things, both at a more theoretical and methodological level, but it also describes the UX challenge in detail and how do you proceed when you want to do a UX challenge using some of the design methods. And it also presents some of the outcomes and impacts. So next slide, please. And the sprint method, yeah, I think you have seen it a couple of times. Nicola also presented it. It's explained in the book, so you actually can, if you don't know it already, you can have a brief introduction to how it works in practice in the book. Next slide. And it's also explained what is the UX challenge in detail. It's just one of the posters in these, or one of the images from the playbook. These 12, what do you call it, fields here. You can have a brief introduction to what it is, but it's explained in more detail in the book. Next, please. And what I really like about it is that you have, or the sort of the preparation work has already been done for you, because here are the schedule for the 2 days UX challenge. You also have one for a 3-day UX challenge and one for 5 days UX challenge. So you can actually just copy and paste it, adapt it to your own setup and use it. You don't have to invent it. You can do it easy and smart for you and really focus on the content, not so much on the framework. It's there for you to grab and use. Next, please. And this is also another example. If you, it's a bit tricky for you to get started. How do I do it, and where do I start, and how much time do I need? It's also scheduled out for you. You can see how many months you would need, sort of, if you want to really set it up and prepare. I'm sure you may be able to do it in a shorter time, but it gives you sort of a sense of the process. What do I need to do first, and how do these different actions interact? And I think if I was to do an UX challenge, it would be much easier by using this. Next, please. And further on, you will also get access freely to a UX challenge design sprint Miro board, where you can see or use different templates, different approaches, different methods, different tools to get you started when you start your own UX challenge yourself. And next, please. And finally, if you are still not really believing in this is working, you can read some of these quotations from companies or explaining to you what is it that they benefit from, or how did they benefit from being part of this UX challenge. So it's good and learning knowledge to bring you further in your own work. And next, please. So where do you find this playbook? I will leave this for a very short moment, and you can actually just scan this QR code and you get direct access to the web page or the sub page on the 200 SME Challenge Project website. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find the playbook there. I think perhaps Nicola also mentioned it in the chat or put in a link in the chat. So it's easy to find, and please download the book, the playbook, and start doing some innovation activities yourself. And next, please. This was it. Just a very brief appetizer introduction to what we have been sort of circumventing throughout this 3 hours workshop, or sorry, final conference. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you, Asa. Great. So that's the book. And I've got to say, I got a pre-release version of it. I was reading it a couple of weeks ago, and it's really what helped to bring me up to speed, what the primary tool that I was using to come up to speed to be able to give you this presentation today. And I found it very interesting, very insightful. And I think you're all going to have a read. I think you're going to like it. Lots of hard work. Thank you to the authors.